All right. Hi, everyone. I am so excited to have you gathered with me tonight. Yeah. I was excited to bring us together so we could, talk about the masterclass, right? I think it was like an epic day, at least on my end, it was delivering that content. Tell me, just take yourself off mute and tell me how it went for you. Michael, why don't you start?
Oh, how it went for me, it was amazing. Just being able to be there with like-minded people, going over everything that you went over, learning new aspects of things I've already learned, actually diving deeper into stuff that I learned for the last 5 or 6 years,
Yeah.
but into energy.
Good. What initially brought you to the master class? What were you hoping to come away with?
With the energy that I have, being able to send that energy out to other people, because it's about healing a community, it's about helping other people. It's nothing to do about myself, because we can just activate things within ourselves, but it's about showing other people what they can do to be able to heal themselves. So having the master class just helped me to see how to enhance that to other
Yeah.
people, to help them see the spark within themselves, to they can actually start doing things themselves as well, especially with getting into sound healing and being a massage therapist, being able to activate that and talk to them and say, hey, this is something that you can do yourself through your own
Yeah.
self.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael. PK, what initially made you want to take the master class?
Well, from time to time, things pop into my mind. Why am I doing this? Why is this happening? Or why am I repeating this pattern? And I wanted to be able to jump in there and identify where it was and clean it out right then and not need to make an appointment with you.
So you liked the aspect of taking action in healing into your own hands for your own body, your own life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I could be more clear and present for my own clients and keep moving forward in my own life, and while benefiting all of my DNA relations.
Yeah. PK, tell us who you are, where you're from.
Well, I'm from Los Angeles, and I'm a master feng shui consultant. I run the American Feng Shui Institute, so I've been training the next generation for about 25 years. But I love working with my clients on that level. My goal is within the next 2 years to add Lisa's method to it, to be able to work with them. Yeah, to be able to work with them on the level of their DNA, not just their building's DNA.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of music to my ears. I would love to teach you that. Maria. I've known Maria, I don't know, maybe a year now, right?
Yes.
What drew you to take this masterclass?
What drew me to, well, actually, I've been listening to Lisa for quite a few years. I initially saw her on a webinar with Darius.
Oh, yeah.
And I bought one of her classes, and this was quite a few years ago. And then Lisa kept popping up, and Lisa kept popping up. And I was looking for a sign. And so I started with the Clearing DNA class, which I love. I love the group, and I love the rest of it. But then when this master class came around, I had to stop and digest it and think about, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? And I was like, I want to have a deeper understanding of how this works and how I can help myself, and then possibly progress a little further to where I'm helping other people to help their families and to help other people in their life.
So it was the first step to learning how to heal yourself, that maybe if it looked good to you, if it was doable, you might want to help others.
Yes, I was basically sticking my toe in.
Yeah.
And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I learned so much. It was an amazing day.
Was there something, first of all, thank you, because I loved it too. Was there anything that really stood out for you? Something about the process I taught, or something that you found with your own emotional DNA, within your own epigenetics? It was an aha, or maybe a confirmation.
So aside from the class being wonderful and learning the technique, and that was really kind of cool for me because it put things together that I'd learned through life. And then that was my aha moment. Oh, so that's how it works.
Mhm.
But the thing that really has been eye-opening for me, to where afterwards, 2 days later, I was like, oh, I don't feel that way anymore. Oh, and then I, as we were, practicing, so I've been practicing and I've been practicing, the phrases and everything. And I've been able to do some things for myself too. So I've been, so I can say I really got a lot out of it.
That makes me happy. Yeah. I will, I have some other questions kind of percolating in my brain. Let me ask Michael. Okay. Michael, I have a question for you. I did a lot of one-on-one hot seats throughout that day. What did you take away, or what did you experience while someone else was getting a hot seat?
How similar we were in a lot of the hot seats, where it's like, oh, wait, I can see this in my life. So I'm going through everything while you're doing one-on-one. It felt like you were pretty much talking to us individually, even though it was one other person. So the similarity about everyone in the class was amazing. How everything just was able to fit into my own life, to be able to clear, be able to replace, being able to see things and have those other aha moments like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't think about that thing about for kids and stuff before.
Yeah. And so would you say that while it was clearing from one, it was clearing from all? Because that was my intention. Okay.
Most definitely, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool. Was there anything in releasing of your own, or anything that I taught Michael that had an impact for you?
It was an eye opener for what we were talking about when I was releasing burdens on my end, and how like I was looking at it through a small little thing, like a little tunnel, but being able to talk about that, I was able to zoom out and see the bigger picture of everything. So that was a huge moment for me. And yeah, the last couple of days, been practicing this and going over this, things are just doing amazing now. Going out there and getting my walks in during the day, and just being able to not be fearful and talking to people. That's just like, oh, this is what happened, blah, 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 blah. It's like,
that's
sometimes
great.
I would actually, me being a people pleaser, I want things to be perfect for people. Like, yeah, I can report back and do this, but now I can go back and like yesterday and the day before, oh, well, I was not able to get this done because things came up and this and that. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So just go ahead and continue. It's okay. It's like, oh, okay.
So, you can work on releasing people pleaser with that. So that's exciting because, you inherited some of that. Yep. Yeah. And Michael, you did live in LA and now you live in Florida, right?
Yes.
And you're doing tech for give me an example of tech, building websites. Give me what are you doing right now?
Pretty much what I'm doing is I'm actually building websites, creating logos, creating things for companies. So when a company, there's a couple of people I actually do a lot of collaborating for, where they start up companies. So I do pretty much everything. I create the logo, create everything, their marketing material, and get it up and running for them.
Perfect. Thank you. I know Maria just moved to a new city. She moved to Las Vegas. Maria, did I tell you that I went to grade school and junior high in Las Vegas?
No.
I sure did. I went to Doris Hancock School and I went to Cashman Junior High. At the time, we were way out in the middle of nowhere. And now it's probably not a good area anymore. Vegas is just so huge. But yes, I sure did. And when I was a freshman, we moved to Carson City, Nevada.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I know. So I'm familiar with Vegas, maybe not the same, like in the same stomping grounds because it's been so many years, but I think Vegas is a great place.
There's a lot of beauty here too.
There is. And the desert is healing. So I like it. All right. I have a question. I'm going to address this to PK because PK is kind of a genealogy buff. and she knows a lot about our ancestors. And did you come across anything, PK, on Saturday that was a win or a story that you would like to share, right? About something that you discovered in your lineage?
Well, actually, just a little earlier today, there was one, because I am practicing what I learned on Saturday.
Mhm.
And I went back and identified abandonment on my father's father. And because I did what you taught me to find out,
Uh-huh.
which side it was on, was it inherited, and which side was it on, and how many generations. And when it said second generation, well, I asked if it was his father, because I want to know whether it was his father or his mother. And it said it was his father, and it was abandonment. And I was able to clear that and replace it. And I replaced it with cherished and beloved.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And abandonment can show up in our life for so many reasons. We think it's one thing, and often what I found, and I don't know if this is pertinent to you, it's just me sharing about abandonment. Often I find in my clients that abandonment in particular gets turned inward. And when something gets turned inward, what happens is with abandonment, we'll abandon our own hopes and dreams. We'll abandon our ideas, right? And that's what's, I love clearing
And I was
lineages, but
I was actually not just that, but abandoning my own self-care.
yeah, that's what I mean, abandonment gets turned inward and we neglect ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. Does anybody have a quick win from Saturday that they've already, like Maria, you shared that you feel lighter, right?
Well, it was interesting because when you cleared me,
Mhm.
and it was my for scarcity, and I have had this pain in my stomach under my ribs for a while, and it has gone away.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if that was just some kind of emotional thing, or because I've gone to a doctor and he says, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. I've gotten an ultrasound, there's nothing wrong with you. So that's all I can attribute it to, really.
I love it. And we're going to say yes to that, because what happens is these emotions have frequencies to them. And the subconscious just brings these frequencies together in areas of our body that it thinks it's supporting us in, right? And then over time, it creates a pain energy. And so when we release it from an aspect of our life, it'll clear from the area that the masses, like where all the vibrations have congregated, so to speak. And scarcity is often in the root, the sacral, and the solar plex chakras. And then it can get caught in our, like in the joints too. And in the rib cage does not surprise me. So it makes me happy that that's a big win, dear.
I thought that was pretty amazing.
Really
It
doggone
was
amazing.
really amazing. Yes.
Yeah. So what advice would you tell someone? Because you made an investment to come to a class. It was an investment of time and money. And it's pretty bold of me to ask this, right? Because I don't know what you're going to say. But would you say that the investment measured what you got out of it, the value?
Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely. I feel empowered. I feel a new freedom from things that have, I don't want to say haunted, but they do.
They do.
And I feel a new
yes.
freedom, and I feel that I have the ability now and the tools to be able to help myself.
That's beautiful. I'm so glad you were there, Maria.
I am
So
too.
glad.
Definitely.
PK, how about for you?
I would value it for much more than what the cost, the monetary investment was. I would value it much more than that, 3, 4, maybe 5 times more. It's more priceless, because the things that I could clear and keep going, and I have found that things aren't just in one part of the tree, because as you said, ancestry is my hobby. So you see things showing up in different places, and now I can keep going. So the next day I can go in and see if there's abandonment anyplace else.
I love it. And Michael, how about for you?
Yes, definitely. It was well worth it, and I would pay to go do it again. But yeah, exactly what you're
It's cool.
saying, what everyone else is saying too. It's priceless.
That's
Exactly
good.
for what we're actually getting.
Well, just for the 9 or 10 one-on-ones that you did that affected all of us because we were able to chime in and say yes,
Mhm.
that's way more than the monetary investment that we put in.
Mhm.
I agree.
I
Oh,
agree. Yeah.
good. Oh, good. It, I didn't know what it was going to be. Here I commit to a full day. That's a big time investment. And everybody has busy lives. And yet we had a full house, right? We had a full house and everybody stayed and everybody participated. And I got off that day. I was just so exhilarated and excited that I had taught you. So I'm very grateful that you were willing to come on with me live. Thank you for saying yes to yourself, yes to the class, yes to the day. And now I'm thrilled to hear that you're practicing, you're doing it. It's a tool. It's a tool that when we get tripped up, when we have things come up that we bump up against in our life, we can clear that pattern with this process. Mhm.
Mhm.
All right. Any last words, the three of you? Otherwise, we will call it good.
Well, I'm hoping that you're announcing another date because I have a friend that couldn't make it this Saturday because she had a business appointment this past
Actually,
Saturday.
PK, I'm going to do it again on April 8th. Class filled. It was at capacity. And there were people that wanted to take it, and I loved teaching it. So I'm going to do it again on April 8th. Thank you for asking me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Only
good,
thing
I'll
I
forward
would
her
say-
the link.
Oh, we'll put it in later, PK.
The only thing I would say is just continue to everyone, just to continue to create endless possibilities
Yeah.
in everything that you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree.
I think the world, if we work on healing ourselves, it helps heal the planet. And that's what I want, is for more people to feel that they're really living their soul purpose, not burdened, right, in day-to-day stuff, where they can navigate life with clarity and greater ease. Because I do not believe we have to live in struggle. And so if that was communicated to you on Saturday and you feel empowered to take action in that, then my heart is full. All right, Maria, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yes.
And PK, thank you for coming on. And Michael, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.